gonna do one of these, like, you know, hey, I'm sitting here with Dana. Oh my God.
I remember that.
Yes. And they had some such crazy ones. There was one, I bet you...
I gotta get that on a t-shirt.
You also got me onto Arcane Images.
Oh yeah, Steve Niles.
Every day, that's but anyway, yeah, I mean, like, something about, like, the retro stuff. There was some, like, Channel 56 movie, one of those low-budget, like, Invasion of the Body Snatchers rip-off or something, but where, like, these kids were, like, plucked up into a UFO and they shaved their heads. Ringing bells. Scared the shit out of me. I still remember it. Like, and then they put them back home, but they had shaved heads. And
Children of the Village of the Damned, maybe?
I don't know. But yeah,
sounds great.
Yeah, exactly.
But that's my show. I mean, my show on IFC is a horror show. It's like that stuff I love.
Standing
I don't hate you.
No, I have 5 kids.
Yeah, I understand. You have 5.
Yeah.
God bless you.
Girls.
Yeah, no, I understand.
No, I just don't. But I will watch that, man.
Yeah.
Because I love everything.
You would. I mean, it's on Hulu now, and you would get it because Stan is like it takes place in New Hampshire, and it's a real like.
And John McGinley.
Johnny McGinley.
Right.
Hilariously funny. I just wrote a line for him in that Starbucks. Jesus, this place smells like an asshole's armpit.
Get out. Just sit there right there.
Yeah.
That is crazy. All right, last 2 questions.
Or maybe armpit's asshole is funnier. This place smells like that is funnier. This place smells like an armpit's asshole.
Why would an armpit have?
Yeah. Jesus, this place smells like an armpit's asshole. That's much funnier.
The Peanuts Halloween special.
Yeah.
You always say, like, it's like so evocative. Like,
yeah, it makes you choke up.
I feel the same way, you know, because it is like at that New England.
It's rubbing your face in something that's gone forever.
Yeah.
It's like I don't want to tell them. Do you watch videos of your kids when they were little?
Oh man, you know what? Yes. And just to your point, I think like Facebook, they'll do like the
2 years ago. Yeah.
I want to cry.
I do too. I can't. I have them all, but I can't watch them. It just makes me like, oh.
Yeah.
Oh. And then, how old is your oldest?
15.
Okay, great. My oldest is 14, and this is what it's like now to text her. Like, look at her responses. Yeah, break, nothing.
Yes.
I'm with Danielle. Yeah.
Isn't it maddening? and I bet they, you know, because mine will like just treat me like I'm a dope. You know what I mean? Like they'll know, like we know more than you. Like we don't have time for you.
Yeah. Fine. Yeah.
Isn't that insane?
Yeah, break, nothing.
And are yours like, I mean, we try, but I mean, do yours, are they like in their phone or stuff?
Yeah, constantly. I might actually post that. My daughter is not what you would call a good texter.
No, I know, but I mean, like, do you worry, like, what the hell that's doing?
No, I know. Well, yeah, a little bit. She and I specifically have a pretty tight relationship.
Right.
So I know the trouble she's getting into is not trouble that I need to worry about.
Right. But I mean, just the way they're wired, just like as
that's a generational thing.
Yeah.
That's why, like, we're going skiing, and one of the reasons we're going skiing is that you can't have your phone with you. You just have to go out.
Wow.
Yeah.
Awesome. All right, man. Well, I don't want to take too much of your... I can't believe...
I could talk to you all day, but I have shit to do.
I know. I just can't believe that you really have to... Like, how are you going to submit these episodes?
I email them to my assistant, and she'll proof them, and then they send them to the studio, and they'll send them to IFC. They'll get them tonight.
Crazy. That is crazy. Dana, this has been so cool.
Yeah, what a pleasure to meet you.
Yeah, likewise, man. It was funny.
5 kids. Well, how old is your youngest?
15.
Let's do that again. I feel like I'm doing a newscasting stand-up. Let's do that again.
Okay. So what I was going to say was so we're rolling. So I'm the youngest of 5. My oldest brother, Jim, was born in '63. So I think just scooch younger than you.
He's older than me. I'm from...
Oh, no, I'm sorry. What do I say? You're 65?
4.
64. Anyway, what I'm trying to say here is, you know, when we first
you walk anywhere you want.
Yeah, you're fine. You know, like you're, you know, when we first became aware of you in the '80s.
Right.
We were like, this guy sounds like he's in our family.
Yeah, exactly.
You know what I mean? Like, you're so specific with just like the weird family dynamic.
Yeah. Oh, that's so funny. Yeah, Ken Reed, who's a younger comic from Boston, is sort of like same thing with me. I was like, oh, this guy sounds like me.
Yeah, it would really freak us out.
Yeah, a lot of references to Creature double feature and stuff.
Dale Dorman. Yes.
Who just, I think, passed away like a year ago.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh my God, I know, because I used to, I think I've heard you talk about this. I will go on YouTube sometimes and find like WLVI commercials.
Oh, yeah. In fact, I'm going to go on YouTube and see if they have any the Creature feature opening. And the theme song to Creature feature was like some Emerson, Lake and Palmer song.
Yeah. And those are just so scary.
Yeah, it's just so evocative. It's so evocative.
I know. And so who did, no one in St. Louis will care, but I'm curious. Like, growing up, like, speaking of just TV news, I'm not just asking, but, you know, like, did you, like, watch Chet and Natalie?
Oh, yeah, Chet and Natalie, Bruce Schwegler with the weather. Yeah. And then Dana, when I was on a sitcom in 1997, we did a round robin press day where all these you do these interviews to local press, and Dana Hersey from
Oh, no way. Yeah, from Movie Loft.
Yeah, and I was like, and he was like, nice to meet you. And I was like, no, you don't understand. This is huge for me.
Right.
And he read my letter on Ask the Manager when I was a kid.
No.
And I freaked him out with that. I freaked him out with that.
It is a weird thing, because I did an internship at Channel 4. I went to Emerson for grad school. And I remember meeting Bob Lobel. And, it was like my 4th day there, and he showed up, and it was the first time I'd seen him. And I go, hey, I'm Pat. And he goes, Bob. And I was like, of course.
Yeah.
Bob Lobel, and I have
Bob Gamia.
Exactly. But there's actually a question in all this foolishness. As far as like star, like that, just being starstruck.
Yeah.
I've heard you talk about this. Like, I had a friend who worked in D.C. for Kennedy. And Bono was raising money for Africa for some reason. And my friend Jay just happened to be on an elevator all of a sudden with Bono.
Yeah.
And he said the first thing that he just said, I'm sorry. He just like, said, I'm sorry. He didn't even know why.
Yeah.
But that was,
Yeah.
Didn't you tell a story about McCartney?
I stood next to talk to Paul McCartney. And it was, the story is Andy Paley, who's a Boston guy, musician.
Sure, yeah.
Met McCartney and just said to him, like, I'm really nervous talking to you. And McCartney said, I get like that when I talk to the Everly Brothers. Give it 15 minutes and it'll go away.
Wow. And have you found that to be, you must be
Well, I can't talk about this because it's not official yet, but I'm working with Mel Brooks now on Spaceballs 2, and it's not official yet, so I can't say anything about it.
I won't know.
But it's like, I have these weird meetings with Mel Brooks. It's the same thing.
Oh my God! It's like, how can you have a working relationship with someone that like?
Yeah, and you find yourself going, "Where's Mel? Is he coming?
Yeah.
Is he gonna?"
That is bizarre.
Yeah.
Did you at all, Dana, get hip to this whole Missing Richard Simmons podcast?
I just now have become hip to it. Yes, I have met Mr. Simmons.
Really?
I did a benefit with him 2 years ago.
And
seemed crazy as a shithouse rat.
That's what everyone says.
Yeah.
And I don't want to spoil it for you.
Yeah.
No,
my manager told me all of. My manager's obsessed with it.
Yeah, and I guess the only reason it was well done was because it just raised that whole question, like, does he have a right to go away? Like that was the whole thing. Like, this guy who did it.
Good question. Yeah.
It's like, well, wait, he gave himself to these people forever and then stopped. You can't.
Nothing about him makes me think that he would voluntarily go away. Look at that sign. That's crazy.
Fallout shelter?
Of another era.
Yeah. But would you...
I have to take a photo of that. Just.
Oh, yeah, man, definitely.
Randomly.
Yeah, there's a lot of those around. There's like a bomb shelter. An actual...
Yeah.
thing not too far from here. Yeah, we can definitely do that. But would you ever, do you ever feel like, you know what, I'm not doing a podcast, F everybody, I'm gonna just do my thing?
Every day.
Do you feel some compulsion that...
No, I like to work. I was talking about this last night, like people that make a lot of money, why do they keep working? It's like, because they have to work. The money's a side thing of it. It's just like you work because you need to work. I don't see myself ever wanting to just quit.
Right.
I always have to be doing something.
Right.
It'd be nice to be a little. I would love to. It's great to be able to just do what you want to do.
Right.
But no, the creative people like to create, and the money is just a side.
Right.
I don't think there's. Here's again, this is between you and me and the apple tree. I've known Judd Apatow since he started out. I got Judd his first job.
Right, because he started out as a stand-up, right?
Yeah, and I introduced him to Ben Stiller, and then 4 weeks later, he was my boss on the Ben Stiller show. It's like, wait, you guys didn't even know each other last month. I introduced you.
Right.
But there's one thing, Judd. There's one thing about money I have that Judd will never have, and that's enough.
Right.
I'm fine.
Right.
But Judd has to have. Why just $6 million? Why not 8?
Right.
It's like, nah, that's fine.
Yeah.
It's just that rapacious. Yeah. No, I don't think you stop. Carl Reiner's. I know all these people now because of Mel. Carl Reiner.
Right.
Carl Reiner's new book is called Too Busy to Die.
Right.
And that's my theory. And so you have to stay engaged and stay. And for me, it's great because I thought when I went on The Simpsons that my sort of stand-up career and my public career was over, and I was just going to lead this quiet life as a TV writer. And then I realized that I didn't want that, but I didn't think I could get it back, and I did. So I feel pretty good about it.
Yeah. I love the story you tell about when you cut out for the day and they read you the riot act.
Yeah, as well they should.
Right. What is it, to me, or it's like really? Like Dana Gould could get yelled at?
Oh yeah.
That's Hollywood. He's famous. He's a comedian. Yeah. That's they do their own. He makes his own rules.
Yeah.
I can't believe, by the way, that you are telling me you've had 4 hours sleep. You're on a worse deadline than a college kid. And you have 2 shows tonight.
I have 2 shows tonight. Yeah. And then I have to get those scripts off. I'm doing stuff on other scripts, and I have to write the middle piece for the next podcast because I have to record that when I come home on Sunday. I have to I land on Sunday, I pick up our ski rental equipment, go home, record and post all the stuff for the next podcast. That'll take about 2 hours. Pack, wake up Monday morning, me and my daughters are going skiing for 3 days because they're on spring break. Then I'm driving them back, dropping them off at their mom's, going straight to the airport, flying to Phoenix to do Tempe, Arizona next weekend. Come back Sunday, meet my friends who are visiting, take them to Disneyland Monday. Tuesday I fly to New York, do the upfronts for New York, fly back on Thursday. Friday morning I get in Planet of the Apes makeup because I'm introducing Planet of the Apes at the TCM Film Festival as Dr. Zayas. And I finally get to breathe on Sunday, April 9th.
That is insane.
Or Monday, April 9th, yeah.
That is insane.
No, that is excessive.
Right. But you know what I'm saying? I mean, I thought...
And while I'm doing all that traveling, I'm writing another script.
That is bananas.
Yeah, it's bananas.
But, so how do you do it? How do you... it's a dumb
I just do it. I mean, it's because the idea of having nothing to do is terrifying to me.
Dana, that is unreal, man. I didn't know you... I knew you were prolific, but that's ridiculous.
No, that's crazy, but I do believe, the more engaged and the busier you are, you don't have time to get old.
Yeah. Yeah, that's true.
Yeah.
Yeah, and I kind of, it's on a lower, smaller scale, but,
Yeah, you have to do the same thing.
Yeah, you just got to keep creating,
Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely. Paul McCartney still gets up and he's writing songs.
Yeah.
All the people that I love, it's you keep working because that's what keeps you going.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Unbelievable. And I've heard you talk about being a dad, and I totally relate to this. That other women, when you read your daughters at a pool or whatever, you're just a shape. You're like a blurry...
I'm the invisible blob at the end of the dog leash when I go hiking.
Exactly.
Yeah. Yeah. I would like to, it's a thing, and I'm single now, which is...
Sure, yep.
Bizarre, because I had a very long marriage, and then I went right out of my marriage into another relationship. And this is the first time in a long time I've just been single.
Yeah.
And,
well, no.
And people are like, you're going to be on Tinder, you're going to be on every app. I'm not on any of the... One, I right now I don't have time. But two, I can't imagine it. It's just I saw Tinder on someone's phone. I've never been on a dating app. But it seemed to me like Tinder is the combination of meeting a woman and getting you new eyeglasses. It's just better or worse, better or worse, better or worse, right. Better or worse.
I know. It is bizarre. And yeah. I mean, and if I'm out of line.
No, that's all right.
Go screw.
Pal.
Go screw. That with the podcast, you're accessible in a way that almost like you're a radio host or
no, that's exactly what it is. Yeah, people feel like they know you.
Yeah. You know, and to your credit, I mean, you've been open about stuff. You know, with your marriage. You know, I mean, is that weird or is that?
Well, I'm open about my part of it. I'm not open about my wife's part of it because she has a right to her privacy.
No, I mean in a very tasteful.
Yeah, which is unusual for a podcast. No, I mean, I guess I get a lot of. You get a lot of like last night. A woman came to the show last night who listens to my podcast. She drove 2.5 hours to the show by herself, sat in the front row, and I do this enough that I can see somebody sitting in the front by themselves. They're there to see me. And so after the show, I talked to her, like, thank you for coming to the show, and I asked her name, and and then I found out she drove 2.5 hours, and it was crazy. So I actually said, like, we went out for a drink after, just like,
oh my God, dude,
just like because clearly this is a thing for her, like not a romantic thing, but like she really wanted to see me.
You made her freaking
and then she went home.
Yeah, exactly.
But yeah, I think that you do reach people on an intimate level. Like Elvis Costello. 90% of the music I listen to is Elvis Costello.
No, I heard you.
Yeah.
He's one of the ones you.
Total.
Did you blow your first attempt, but then had a second chance.
Yeah, that's exactly right. That's exactly right. Oh, you really do listen to the podcast. Right. Yeah, I completely destroyed myself on the first attempt. But like when I met him, it's weird because I know so much more about him.
Right.
And you have to kind of, but he gets that every day. He gets that 7 times a day.
Yeah.
But it is weird because we have a very close mutual friend, a guy named Eddie Gorodetsky, who's really close with Elvis and a really good friend of mine. So I know, oh, he's bored. He's in a hotel bored. I know what's going on. It's really strange. So yeah.
Awesome. And so I'm psyched that you came to St. Louis.
Yeah, I haven't been here in a while. It's a great city. Why do you get a bad rap?
Well, sometimes, I can say that. I mean, I love it as an outsider because I grew up in Mass, but this is my second home.
Yeah.
I think people who don't, they just assume Ferguson. They just assume it's.
Oh, I guess so. Yeah.
And racist and divided. And
boy, that's how ironic. Coming from Massachusetts, the most institutionally racist state in the union.
Right. But I mean,
I always laugh when people go liberal Mass, and I'm like,
oh my God, E.J. Dion.
E.J. Dion, yeah.
He's like from Fall River, New Bedford.
Oh, is he really? Oh, that's perfect. Yeah.
Yeah, and so he writes. He's like liberal.
Are you out of your mind?
Mass are you?
I have 6 siblings. I have family of 6. I have a younger sister and 4 brothers, both parents. I'm the only person that didn't vote for Trump.
Right.
And I'm the only person that makes over $100,000 a year.
Right.
I'm the only person that benefits from it.
Right. Yeah. But I mean, it sounds like you have a good rapport. Your brothers are like corrections officers.
Yeah, we have a good rapport. We had a bad time after the election. We just not like aggressive, but just nobody talked to anybody.
Right.
But no, we we go beyond that.
Right.
Yeah.
Cool. But I mean, honestly, your view of St. Louis isn't like.
Not at all. Not at all. No, I just think of the blues in the '70s.
Oh, that's right. Yeah. And Vincent Price, he's from St. Louis. Vincent Price.
That is right. Vincent Price is from St. Louis.
Yeah.
My big thing of St. Louis is the Bobby Orr poster I had as a child, scoring the goal against the Blues in I think '71.
You know what's crazy? I know you're not a huge sports fan, but weird little factoid. Every single St. Louis professional sports team, the last time they were in a championship
was against Boston,
and they lost. The Patriots, the Cardinals, the St. Louis Hawks. Anyway, all right, but I want to keep you, man.
It's so weird too because when I was a kid growing up in the '70s, the Patriots were like the clowns of the NFL. And now they're the Death Star.
Yeah.
But I don't vote for them. I didn't, I'm an underdog guy. I'm like, bleh.
Right.
Yeah.
And so, I don't want to keep you, man. Just another 5 minutes or so.
Sure. I didn't realize that we were even doing the interview. I thought, I was thinking for a while, when is he going to start?
Dale Dorman Chet and Natalie.
Oh, by the way, speaking of Massachusetts, do you know what this is?
Collinsport. I lived in Maine. Oh, wait. Oh, Missouri Compromise, right? No.
You'll never get it. Dark Shadows.
Oh.
That was the fictional town on the show Dark Shadows. You might be a little too young for that.
No, but I feel like I've heard you talk about it.
Yeah, I have talked about it. Yeah.
The,
Barnabas Collins. It was a soap opera in the late '60s and early '70s that was about a vampire, and it was the predecessor of all that stuff.
Okay, but that's not the one. You know, the Nighthawk or whatever. Is that
Night Stalker. Night Stalker. Yeah, no, different. Totally different.
Right.
But no, Dark Shadows was remade as a movie a couple years ago with Tim Burton and Johnny Depp. But it was a soap opera on in the late '60s or '70s. And Channel 56 ran it in the '70s in syndication.
Right.
And it was like everybody in my family would stop and watch Dark Shadows. Or Dark Shadows. Hey, Barnabas. Barnabas. And so yeah, I found this T-shirt at a weird convention, and I scooped it up.
Oh, that is awesome! It's so funny. Like when we used to drive up to Boston on the expressway, we'd go by WLBI. You know, there'd be the big billboard, and they had like the Good Times reruns.
Yeah.
JJ. And like as a little kid, I thought they were in there. Like I thought like.
Sure. All right, I'm going to show you. I'll show you something really quickly. I know you're
please.
filming, but this is from my Instagram. My friend Ken Reed gave me this. Ken Reed has a weird thing. He has every TV guide from like the 70s